Hi, here's 7 things that you should know about exponents. So the first thing is if we have x to the power of a times x to the power of b, we can rewrite this as x to the power of a plus b as long as they have the same base, x. The second thing that you should know about exponents is that if we have x to the power of negative a, we can rewrite this as 1 over x to the a. The third thing you should know is that if we have x to the power of a divided by x to the power of b, we can rewrite this as x to the power of a minus b. And we can see where this comes from because we know that if we have 1 over x to the a, we actually have x to the power of negative a. So in the same fashion, if we have 1 over x to the power of b, we have x to the power of negative b. So now we know that if we have x to the power of a times x to the power of negative b, by the first law, we know that this is x to the power of a plus negative b. So moving on for the fourth one, if we have x to the power of a all to the power of b, we can rewrite this as x to the power of a times b. Going on, if we have x times y all to the power of a, we can distribute this exponent as long as everything within the parentheses is being multiplied together and not added together. And we can have x to the power of a times y to the power of a. So again, there has to be one term within the parentheses, not more than one, then it won't work. So along those lines, we can also distribute a fraction since we know that x divided by y is the same thing as x times y to the negative first power. So we can distribute this and say x to the power of a divided by y to the power of a. Along those lines, if we have x divided by y all to the power of negative a, we know that x to the power of negative a divided by y to the power of negative a is what we can simplify it to, but we can further simplify this because negative a can be rewritten as negative 1 times a. And we know from this law that we can break up our exponent. So we can also rewrite this as x to the power of negative 1 times a divided by y to the power of negative 1 times a. Thus, we know that x to the power of a negative exponent is the same thing as x to the power of that exponent, only positive, but we take the reciprocal. So we can simplify this to y to the power of a divided by x to the power of a, because all we've done is taken the reciprocal. And finally, x to the power of 0 will equal 1. So those are the 7 things that you should know about exponents.